Hi, Tom Logic from Jende Industries. Today, I've got a knife in for some sharpening. We're going to go over, and I want to use a couple of different machines today to clean it up. I'll show you in a second how nasty this is, and we'll get to it. All right, so I've got a chef knife here, and we can see that the sharpening aside, a few things that, like something we went over the other week, these marks from the stone wheels here, they're way higher. Could be from the sandpaper flap discs as well. It's probably more sandpaper as well. And then the person that's sharpening this clearly sharpened flat on the stone. So, and well, that's kind of, they hit something sharp here. It's kind of shiny, but then the back here is just dull gray. So I don't know what they're doing. The other side here, you can see that's how pretty severe these scratches are and how high up they are. Again, we went over that in another video here. I'll post a link. Again, you see all the evidence of them sharpening, just, it's nasty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and clean that up a little bit. I'm not going to do major surgery on this. Again, this is just a repair job. I'm going to do a courtesy, kind of make it prettier than it was when it came in. And we'll go through that in a second here. All right, so on my buffer, I've got two sides here. I've got the buffing side, which we put compound on. You always see me using that one. The other side, I've got here a, it's kind of like a scotch-brite wheel. So this is what I'm going to use to just clean it up. So it'll put some scratches on there and just make it a little more uniform, more to kind of what the original was. And we're just going to try to make it a little more, or a little less ugly. And again, it's not going to be major surgery. It's going to be slightly cosmetic. We're going to put cover up on it, basically. All right, so this basically just going to come across here, same way I would on a regular buffer, in there and just clean it up. This throws a lot of dirt though, so. Like I said, not major surgery, but again, you can see you see where I stopped with the wheel. Again, just to kind of clean it up a touch. So consistently cloudy. This will clean up a little bit, get that a little bit more. But we've taken away a lot of the cloudiness, at least made it more uniform with a different kind of cloud. So yeah, just a little courtesy we do. Try to just keep it a little bit prettier. Makes the chefs feel a little nicer that they have something, a tool that's of quality again. And it gives them renewed enjoyment of everything. Then we'll actually sharpen it. All right, now we're on to the regular sharpening regime. We're going to start with the belt, do a quick stone, and then a zoop on the buffer, and that'll be the end of that. So. So I've noticed we've got this little corner notch. I'm going to just hit that. Make sure it's clean. I'm not going to worry about getting the bevel all the way to that. Clearly somebody put it there for whatever reason, so it's going to work around it a little bit. Okay, so I just rounded it off just a little bit, just so it's a little less sharp on there. Again, whatever reason was there. Again, another something, just a small detail. So if your finger's here, you're not going to catch it. All right, on to the stones. All right, I've got a 1K Chosera today. Hopefully my hands aren't too much in the way. They are, but it's the same old, same old. Just cleaning up those scratches. Okay, I've just come off the 1K, and I'm seeing something very interesting, especially on this side. I hope the camera picks this up, but what happened with the previous sharpener, and at first I thought it might have been me. You see in here, behind the blade, there's this like extra area, right? My line is actually quite straight on that, if you can see that. But then there's this area here that's a little shinier. And I think this is still, again, when you can see the track mark, even with the blur, you can see how the track mark from the previous sharpening way, that's kind of there. So it kind of dug in right there. So we have this deeper area. So what happens is it creates like a waviness in the edge. Again, the way we sharpen here, straight line basically when we're done. So, all right, I gotta buff it now. But interesting here, you know, that it looks like it might have been my fault. Half of you will probably say it was, but you can see my line and my bevel is very clearly defined here. And it's pretty even on both sides. So this side's actually better. You know, you got a little bit here. But again, some of that noise getting cleaned up. And you can see, again, my bevel is hopefully better than yours. Quick cut test to show you before we buff. Still a fairly, but we'll come back with the buff. See if that helps even things out. So that's your final. Probably looks worse because you really see these scratches now, but the rest of the blade is at least a consistent color. That's just compound buildup here. And the flip side, good light. There we go. Same thing. It's nice matte gray all the way across here now with the leftover scratches. So we'll do the cut test. All right, final cut test. Definitely a lot smoother. Okay, thanks for watching. One more gratuitous slice. Everybody who knows this is so addictive. Okay, gotta stop. All right, guys, thanks again for watching. As usual, like and subscribe, and please consider watching more of our videos. And I'll put the button up here, I think it is. And yeah, I look forward to the next video, and hopefully these are helping you out. Let me know if there's some questions you guys have, and be happy to try to answer them. We get knives coming through, you know, all the time. So yeah, next thing up, we're gonna do next week, we've got an appointment for some Robocoup blades. They're gonna be fun, so we're gonna do some videos on that. So yeah, thanks again, and like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.